funeral is about to begin, sir.
I think we just picked up Dracula. It's got a death curse.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Welcome back to another episode of Never Not Horror. I am Steve Clark.
And I am Rich Hansel.
Rich, do you know what day it is when this drops?
October 1st.
October 1st, and that means we're in spooky season preseason as we record this September, but on October 1st, it is go time.
It is, baby.
It is Halloween spooky season.
Yes, one of the greatest months of all time, October.
I'm a big fan. Probably my favorite month of the year. No probably about it. It is.
Yeah.
So, we're coming off fresh from Stephen King September, and we're rolling right into Halloween October. So, and lucky us, lucky you, there are 5 Wednesdays in October.
Woohoo!
So that means you get not 4, but 5 episodes of Never Not Horror. You're going to get 3 movie deep dives and 2 episodes of quick cuts, all focused on Halloween. So, today, this is a movie deep dive episode, and it is my turn to pick this time. So, we're kicking off Halloween month with a lesser known movie. I'm just going to come out of the gate and say we're not doing any of the Halloween franchise as deep dives. We're mixing it up a little bit. And this one is probably pretty off the grid,
Yeah,
for sure.
Way off the grid.
Right. To kick off Halloween month, we are going to cover a movie, I guess you would call it found footage, sort of like it's a news broadcast movie. We're covering from 2013, the WNUF Halloween special.
Yes, good movie.
Yep, this is I don't know, it's on Shudder. So to my knowledge, right, I don't even think you can get it on Prime. I don't think you can rent it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I looked it up to see, and if you search it on Prime, it'll show it to you, and it'll give you the option to get a free trial of AMC Plus, which is Shudder is owned by AMC Plus.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that's on Shudder you can watch on AMC Plus also, but and they have other things that Shudder doesn't. So that's really the only way to do it. Unless you're going to pirate movies, and I don't condone that.
Right. Don't do that.
So we're going to talk WNUF Halloween special. It is I don't know that you would call it a mockumentary necessarily. It is a video recorded replay of a live evening news broadcast, a news special.
Yeah, I've heard it often called analog.
Yeah, okay. Analog.
Yeah.
I can see it. Because it is filmed to look like it is recorded off TV
in 80s
in
or
the
90s.
80s. Yeah. And it is, so you get the evening news on Halloween. So we'll get into how that goes. And then they follow it up with a special report where one of their field reporters goes to a local alleged haunted house with a team of investigators to find out what's really going on live on the news, it's not after the news. But it is like I said, it's from 2013. I didn't know about this movie until, I don't know, last year probably.
Me too.
And because it looks dated on purpose, I assumed it was much older than 2013.
I did as well.
But it is not. It's 2013, and I just didn't know about it. But yeah, so we're gonna discuss that movie. This might be one, if you don't subscribe to Shudder or AMC Plus, it's gonna be a tough one to get.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard.
So hang in there and see what we think about it, and maybe that will sway you one way or another if you want to take the plunge. Which, for my money, Shudder is probably the best bang for your buck.
I watch Shudder every day at least
cheap.
Once.
Shudder is like $7 a month or something. It used to be $5. And it's horror Netflix, if you're not familiar with Shudder, and they have exclusive movies. Shudder, as a company, buys movies from film festivals, and then they go direct to Shudder. And a lot of times they'll end up somewhere else. I've seen recently one of the other streamers has started popping up with a bunch of Shudder movies. Like they must have cross-platformed a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
I can't remember which one it is, but I've seen several on one of the other ones. I can't remember which it is, but yeah. So if you're a horror fan and you got $7 burning a hole in your pocket, Shudder's not a bad way to spend it. Get a free trial and check it out. They got the Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs.
Really good.
That's what
worth
we do.
$7 right now.
Yeah. That's what we do. We just talk about movies, and he's super knowledgeable about everything. Yeah. So it's a good time. Definitely recommend Shudder. If you're new to the show, welcome. And catch you up to speed. We always do our movie deep dives the same way. We will start with our history with the movie, which we've kind of already teased a little bit. Got a little ahead of ourselves. And then we will talk about cast, crew, behind the scenes, fun fact info. And at that point, we will switch modes and go into a full plot walkthrough with spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want it to be spoiled, you're going to want to stop, go watch it, and then come back and then ride it out with us. And then at the end, we will give our official Never Not Horror Howls rating and review from myself and Rich. And it's a good time. So he told me not to, but I'm gonna. A buddy of mine, we were at soccer last night, and he is not even really a horror fan, but he listens to the podcast all the time, and he started watching the movies, and his wife was scolding me for corrupting him. but he does what I say. He'll listen to the podcast up till the walkthrough, and then he'll stop and go watch the movie, and then he'll come back. So Matt, there you go, buddy. He told me not to name drop him, but I did it anyway.
There you go.
All right. Well, we hit on it briefly, but if you have any more history you want to throw in, like not behind the scenes, but just your history.
Yeah, the only history, I watch a lot of YouTube channels and a lot of movie reviews or movies that recommendation channels, and I watch one. Her name is slipping my mind, but she was doing her top found footage films, and she had this on it, and I had never heard of it, so I thought, well, I'll check it out, and I watched it, and I liked it, and it's only been, I don't even think it's been a year ago. I think it was in the summer, maybe the midsummer, and liked it right away, and so that's it. I've got 6 months of knowledge on this movie. Right. I never even knew it existed.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat. Like, we had both seen it before we decided to do it for this podcast, but I'd seen it once before.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty simple. Like, I don't remember exactly how I came across it. I'd heard of it in probably a list or just general circles of listening to news or podcast or something. And finally I saw it and it was on Shudder, and I watched it, and no spoilers yet. So,
right.
But now I've watched it several more times for the podcast. So, all right. So yeah, not much personal history tied here. So we'll just move it right on into our fun fact behind the scenes stuff. So here we go.
Come closer. Let's take a look behind the curtain.
All right, so WNUF Halloween Special came out in 2013. It is directed by Chris LaMartina, and there are several other directors listed if you look this movie up, because this movie, it's presented as a TV broadcast, so there's commercials. And a lot of the commercials, well, all of them were either directed by Chris or other people. So there's several other directors listed as directors of the commercials that you see.
Yeah, and it helps out because all the commercials do not feel like one guy made them all.
No,
and that's exactly what you want for this.
Right? Yeah. It feels like you're watching TV back in the 80s.
Yeah.
As far as cast goes, I don't think there's anybody super well known. The lead, the investigator, the journalist, newscast guy, that's
Frank Stewart.
He is played by Paul Fahrenkopf, I believe is how you pronounce it. And he definitely looks familiar. And when you check his IMDb, he's got a million credits.
Really?
But nothing like tons of TV and just lots of random stuff.
Yeah.
So he's very prolific in like bit parts and side things, but nothing I didn't see anything that was like, that's where I know that guy from.
He's making a living, but he's not winning no Academy Awards.
Right, yeah. He's just staying under, he's just a working man actor, you know. So you got Paul Fahrenkoff, then the host of the evening news, Gavin Gordon is the guy, is played by Richard Cutting, and Deborah Merritt is played by Leanna Chamish.
That's Chamish.
And then we have, let's see,
psychic investigators,
right, who may or may not bear resemblance to the Warrens.
Yeah, Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah. The Burgers, Claire and Lewis, played by Brian St. August and Helen Mary Ball. And then we got a couple other. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of extras, a couple other little cast people.
I'd say the only other one probably that needs mention is probably Nicolette LaFay plays Veronica.
Yeah, she's the producer of the new show. And then there is Father Joseph Matheson, Robert Long. So
there you go.
An small unknown cast, but
hence the budget.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. So, for a little behind the scenes of the show here, we sort of divide some responsibility here. And when we do these behind the scene parts, Rich is in charge of budget information, and I do the rating stuff. So, I will look that up. He'll look up budgets. And so, I have no idea what the budget is, but it can't be very much.
You're going to be really, really surprised.
Is it a lot?
You're going to be surprised the other way.
Okay, even lower than low.
Yeah. I would say it's probably less than your trip you just took for work to Chicago.
No shit. All right.
The budget for WNUF Halloween special is $1,500.
No kidding. That's amazing.
It is amazing.
Yeah,
that's almost like volunteer work.
Right. I mean, if you can make that for that, like, we could make a movie. I'll
crazy.
Pony up $1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, like we said, I mean, it looks like there's VHS tracking that happens all the time in it. And there's actually fast forwarding that happens because somebody is watching this footage while we watch it. It looks dated, so I mean it makes sense. You know, you're not using high tech stuff. So, if anything, I would think it might be expensive, just because it's maybe not easy to recreate that.
Yeah, right.
Very interesting. I did not expect a $1,500 budget.
Yeah, I told you it's going to surprise you.
That's wild. So yeah, this like we said before, it's very limited availability on this movie, and then there is actually not a true sequel, but a spiritual successor, and it is not available to stream digital at all.
Yeah, I looked all over today, couldn't find it.
I would imagine you could find it like pirating stuff, but I don't mess with any of that. So that's probably the only way, other than buying. And you can buy it, like they sell the physical media of it. What's it called? I forget what
it's called. Out there Halloween Mega Tape.
Yeah, sounds cool.
And I have heard that Walmart has a release. It's a double disc that has both WNUF and Part 2 on it.
Okay. Yeah, all I know about that one is that it is where this is like reporter in a haunted house. The out there is an alien thing.
Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yep. And then he also has another movie that is the same way. It's not available anywhere except physical, and it's called What Happens Next Will Scare You or something like that.
No,
but so this guy is very much an indie filmmaker, doing things his own way, very retro.
Yeah,
so I respect that.
Yeah, and pinching pennies sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I for my money, I would like to have the option to rent it, but because I don't do physical media anymore. Like I don't ever buy DVDs or VHS or anything. And
all right.
So
I did hear another fun fact that he would go to these film festivals, and when he was at the film festivals, he would like purposely leave copies of the movie laying around, and that's how he started getting it out there.
Guerrilla marketing.
Like somebody would just find a VHS tape, pick it up, and put it in, and this is what would play.
Nice.
Yeah, it is kind of neat marketing. I mean, it's not going to go very far, but just to get it out there. I mean,
Yeah.
if a critic sees that, they might, their head might explode. And
it worked.
blow up.
It worked well enough for Shudder to
Yeah.
pick it up, which makes me wonder. I mean, why he won't come off and let Shudder have the other two? But
right, I imagine it probably will. But heck, it came out in 2022. Part 2 did.
Oh,
so it's been out.
That recent. I didn't realize there was that much time between the two. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. All right. So, ratings for this movie on Rotten Tomatoes. This is a first. There are not enough critic reviews of this movie for there to be a rating. So,
oh my gosh! So get out there and watch this movie. You can be one of the few people to check it out.
If you're a critic, I don't know what that criteria means. So there is a popcorn meter. But there is no tomato meter because it only has 2 reviews, and apparently that's not enough to give it a rating.
Okay.
So there's 2 critic reviews, but the popcorn meter is 56%.
That's probably our lowest of all time, ain't it? Was the Night Flyer?
Night Flyer was 41.
Oh, was it that low?
Yeah, I think Night Flyer was lower. But it's one of the lowest ones we've had as far as popcorn meter goes. So we only have half the info here. I wonder if I check these 2 reviews, what it says. It doesn't even say. Oh, wait a minute. So of the 2 official critic reviews, one guy gave it 4 out of 5.
Wow.
And the other guy gave it a B+. So they liked it. There's just not enough to give it
those 2 guys
an actual thing.
And I imagine those 2 guys are probably horror critics, anyways.
Probably. One of them, his name's Patrick Cavanaugh. It says "The Wolfman Cometh" underneath it. So these are definitely horror guys. I
did see the exact release date was October 18th.
1 week late.
But I do not know where it was released. Was it just DVD?
I don't know.
I have no idea if it was I don't think it was a Shudder original.
No, I don't even know if Shudder was around in 2013.
Yeah.
I'd have to look into that. So
I have no idea how it was released. Because it don't show no gross earnings or anything.
Right.
So.
You're not going to see, there's definitely no box office for this.
Yeah,
so.
I would say he had to make money on a $1,500 budget.
Yeah, if he sold them for $15 and then he sold 100, I think you're breaking even.
And we're doing a podcast about it, so
spreading the good word.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like we said, I mean, this is definitely the most, I would say this is more obscure than the Night Flyer.
Yeah, not much, but it is definitely. I mean,
we've had back-to-back that are pretty unknown, generally speaking. I think normal, not horror people don't know about this movie, but they wouldn't know about Night Flyer either. So
correct.
So, this is an interesting movie. When we get into the walkthrough here, it's really going to be weird.
It is.
This is a hard movie to walk through, and you'll understand why when we get there. But this is a different approach for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, you got anything else before we get into it?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, then this is your chance. If you don't subscribe to Shudder or AMC Plus and you want to watch this, you're going to have to do that. But I recommend it. A lot of good stuff on there. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want it spoiled, go ahead and bow out for a little bit. Do what you got to do to watch it. Then come back and see what we think. So here we go.
Last chance to turn back. Don't say we didn't warn ya.
All right. So, WNUF Halloween special opens up with tracking. Like it's a TV turning on and the screen's all wiggly. If you're, depending on your age listening to this, you may not know anything about tracking on a VCR, but sometimes it looked like hell and you had to spin the little knobs until it came in right. So it's tracking. So it's been recorded off of TV, and it's on a commercial break when it kicks in, and it immediately kicks to an extreme close up of people kissing, and it's an STD commercial.
That was awesome.
With the voiceover that says, "Wait, stop, think. There's nothing sexy about STDs."
So right out of the chute,
Right.
we get one of these commercials.
Yeah,
Totally 80s
very
commercial. right
very
here.
much. Yeah. And then we get the WNUF TV 28 evening news intro theme, and we meet our TV news host, Gavin Gordon and Deborah Merritt, and it is Halloween, and they are decked out in their costumes. Gavin is dressed up as Dracula, and Deborah is a witch. It's packed full of just the cheesiest jokes.
Yeah.
Like, he opens the news with like, "No, you did not just tune into Transylvania something
TV.
something." Yeah, like it's super cheesy.
But just like a newscast is.
Right. Yeah, the whole set's decorated for Halloween. So they give their intro, welcome to the news, talk about how later their field reporter Frank Stewart is gonna do the first ever live broadcast from a haunted house. They're gonna do a seance.
Yeah.
And you can call in and ask questions. It's gonna be fun.
Fun stuff.
And then we cut to commercial again, which is going to be a theme throughout this movie. There's a lot of commercial breaks.
There is a ton of commercial.
So I just made little notes here of what the
did.
commercials were. So now we're on the first full commercial break, and we get a pumpkin patch commercial.
High Park Farms, Kirk County.
There you go.
It don't say the state.
It doesn't. No.
No.
I don't think anything ever does. So they don't really locate it. But and then we get the WNUF Reading Club.
Yeah.
We get a commercial for an orange soda called Orange Blast Off, and it's got a NASA themed commercial,
Right.
where the 2-liter explodes when the rocket takes off. It's goofy
And there's
shit.
a countdown.
Then we get a commercial for a Halloween makeup kit.
Yeah, I like that one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, it's from French Johnson.
There you go.
From French Johnson. Yeah.
So these are all really, really dated, like 80s styles commercials. And so the people that directed these did a hell of a job making it look authentic. So then we go back to the news and we get some Halloween safety tips.
Yeah, from our local sheriff.
Officer Bookwalter, I believe is his name. And he gives some rules. Number 1 is to always make sure you're accompanied by an adult, not a stranger. And he lists a bunch of people you shouldn't be accompanied by.
Not like the ice cream truck driver.
Yeah, and a trusted adult. And then inspect your treats. He's like, you don't want to be eating razor blades in your apples or a needle infected with AIDS. It's like, whoa. So, AIDS was a big deal. In
it was
in
huge.
the 80s, yeah. And then we get, several times throughout the movie, it'll fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, like manual fast forward.
Like somebody's pushing a button on what we're watching. So, it fast forwards a little bit. And then we find out. So, it cuts back, and then we get a little news break about a Cash for Candy 3rd annual event by the local dentist, because a dentist's worst nightmare is Halloween.
That's what he does.
Right, yeah, because he's all about, he's not anti-candy, but it all needs to be moderation.
Yeah.
So they're running this program where for every pound of candy the kids turn into the dentist, they'll give them $1.
A whole dollar. Yeah, a pound of candy is a lot of candy.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And you only giving $1?
Right.
You ain't get. I guarantee he didn't get nothing.
No, I don't think. This is the 3rd annual, so
yeah,
it seems like you wouldn't keep doing it, but I don't know. So yeah, $1 per pound of candy turned in, and this isn't the first time we see the dentist. He'll have a commercial later. So then we get a. This was
really random right here.
It's like in the middle of this happy-go-lucky Halloween news broadcast, like, now it's time for a hometown horror story. And it is the 1-year anniversary of a 7-year-old boy who was killed on Halloween. He was dressed up in army fatigues, and he knocked on the door of an army vet who had shell shock, they call it. Thought he was a Vietnamese soldier and gunned him down.
Killed him.
Killed him.
Oh, they were interviewing the mother.
Yeah.
She talks how much he liked G.I. Joe and everything. Oh, it was...
Yeah. He was the guy was charged with first degree murder, and he is on death row.
Yeah, he's on death row.
Whoa! All right. So that sends us to the next commercial break, and it is a pollution political ad.
Yeah.
Yep. We get a few political ads, and then we get a carve a lantern carving kit, which they still sell those.
It looks exactly the same as the ones today.
You got the little
spoon,
little spoon, scraper spoon, and the little knives that won't cut you, but it will cut through a pumpkin. One of those. Side note, for nothing to do with this movie, but Richie's dog Blue is kind of the unofficial mascot, and Blue is always in here with us when we record. And Blue has farted, and it is awful. And I'm sitting here trying to fight through it. It's like, God damn.
I can't
breathing dog fart, just heavy. He's laying over here passed out, just blowing ass. Anyway, back to the commercial break. Then we do get Dr. Stanley Family Dentistry.
That's the guy that's doing the
Cash for Candy campaign. All right, so now we are back, and we start to learn a bit about the Weber house and where our field reporter Frank Stewart is going to be doing this special after the news. He's going to have experts, and they're going to do a seance. This is a local haunted house, alleged haunted house. It's been boarded up for 20 years, and so we learned the story is that it was a family, parents and a son, and the parents were murdered by the son. So a team of paranormal researchers, and again, they're just reiterating they're going to do a seance, and viewers can call in and ask questions in the seance.
Fun stuff. You know how that's going to work. I did like there's a part in that scene you're talking about right now where when Frank Stewart comes back from commercial break, he calls Deborah witchy poo. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Frank Stewart, he's my favorite part of the movie.
He is. He's awesome.
He's kind of sarcastic, but he's lovable at the same time.
And hates dead air. This dude will not, he'll ask a question. If you don't have the answer right now, he'll go right next to the next question.
Or he'll pop off with some joke and then move on.
Yeah.
So now we get a different side of Halloween. So we get a little feature on the news about this local group called Harvest, and it's the story is Halloween satanic,
right?
And this group called Harvest, they're like religious fanatics, and they're protesting Halloween. And
trying to get Halloween canceled.
Yeah, they interview a few people who are involved with this, and one of them, this lady, she's sort of the ringleader, it seems like.
Angela Harris.
Yeah, and I quoted her here in the interview. She says, "Satan wants your soul, and if you participate in Halloween, he'll have it."
Yeah, and she says all the candy given out is cursed by witches and demons.
Yeah, it's just...
She is way out there.
Over the top stuff. So now we're back to commercial again. So this movie, I'll talk more about it later, but TV has a lot of commercials, but it's really excessive in this movie. I mean,
really excessive.
You get like a minute of content, and then it's commercials.
Yep.
I mean, I would say I'd be interested to see if you timed it out how much of this runtime
there would
is
be more commercial. There would be more commercial.
So this commercial break, we get one of not the only time we'll see Phil's Carpet Warehouse.
Yeah.
Which is
typical carpet warehouse commercial. We've all seen them.
Yeah. What's the carpet thing around here?
You got a buddy in the carpet business.
Buddy's Carpet.
Buddy's Carpet Barn. That's ours. Yep. Everybody's got one.
Everybody's got one. Then we get one of Hazelwood Oil.
Yeah, and they're trying to clean up, it's saying how great they are, even though they've destroyed
right.
The world.
And then we get a commercial for Tokens Arcade and Pizzeria.
Yep.
Oh, and then you get a few TV shows, and this one's pretty good. There's a TV show called Doggone It about, I don't even remember now. It's a dog doing, I don't know.
She finds
goofy.
It.
Yeah.
It is very, very goofy.
Super cheesy. Doggone It, the TV show. All right.
And you get one of the Sunday.
Yeah. The Demons Demolition Derby.
Yeah, this Sunday at the
Yeah.
local fairground, wherever it was.
Yep. And so then we're back to the news, and we get the weather forecast. The weather dude's dressed up as a cowboy. And I think it fast forwards through most of that, and then that's kind of the wrap up on the news. So it's like they do their closing, and we're gonna switch full time to Frank Stewart in the field, but not before we go back to commercial.
Oh man!
So now we're on commercial break again. We got the law offices of Feinstein and Goldenblatt.
Yep. And we get a
let's see.
movie.
Yeah, a movie.
Late night movie.
Yep, it's a horror movie called Sarcophagus.
Yeah, mummies and
Right.
such.
Yep. And let's see. Then there's a commercial for a series of videos of
Zoo animals just running around.
Wind up wildlife. It's like, what if you
Yeah.
could bring the zoo to your home?
Only can order online.
Yep. Ooh, this one, I like this one. The 1-900 monster hotline where you can call and talk to monsters.
Yeah, you talk to a monster, a demon.
Right.
That was funny.
Yep. $2 for the first minute, then 45
Yeah.
cents for every minute after. All right. So now we are back to our feature of the evening, and we learn that they're calling, like, I guess local legendly, they call this the Spirit Board murders. Donald Weber killed his parents after a spirit board, Ouija board, whatever you want to call it, told him to do it.
Yeah. He found it, and I had a date on here. It was like 1967.
Something like that, yeah.
He found the Ouija board, and they call it a spirit board. They didn't pay for the rights, obviously.
Right. Parker Brothers did not allow this.
Receive any money for this.
Yep. So every time they cut to a little teaser of this, we see Frank Stewart, and there's a crowd of people out in front of the house, like all dressed in costumes. It's a big party. So we're there, and Frank again telling us what we're doing, and then we meet. He introduces his producer, Veronica Stanzi, and this is a pretty cringy, cheesy scene.
Yeah.
He walks over to the van to introduce her, and the van door slides open, and she comes out with a chainsaw and a mask, and he's like, "Oh, whoa, what's this?" And, and it's goofy shit.
Yeah, so she's on location too,
Yep,
in a van.
She's gonna be like the sort of the eye in the sky kind of support outside running the show, and he tells us we're gonna meet Claire and Louis Berger, who are the psychic couple, and they are very, very much Ed and Lorraine Warren knockoffs. But before he brings them in, this guy runs onto set and grabs the microphone. He's like, "This is blasphemy!"
Yeah.
Like we're to assume this is one of those Harvest guys that's anti-Halloween.
Yeah, this guy's nuts.
All right, and commercial.
Yep.
Again, we're back to Phil's Carpet Warehouse. Oh, and then there's a commercial. This one's funny. It's like a family center, and it's like a Big Brother program because they call it Big Guy Small Fries.
Yeah, help with the children.
And they say if you wanna help, that all you need they're listing like requirements, but it says like something like a big heart and a clean criminal record. Then there is a computer tax prep ad.
Yep.
And then there's a horribly cheesy looking sci-fi show, like a Star Trek knockoff called Galaxy Pilot and the Laser Brigade. I can't imagine what this is like to someone listening to this and who has never seen the movie.
Yeah.
Like, they have to be sitting there listening to this podcast and like, what the fuck are they talking about?
It is loaded down with these commercials, and I'm telling you, it makes you feel. A couple times, you know what I did, Steve? I grabbed my remote to try to fast forward or skip the commercial.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's part of the movie.
Yeah.
That's
right.
how well they do it. And I think that's what they try to do. Try to make it feel like you're really
watching a live or was live broadcast.
A recorded broadcast.
Yeah. It's hard to walk through. Like, this of all the plot walkthroughs I've done, this is the hardest one. All right, so now we're back to the news. Frank is talking to the crowd, so he's doing a little crowd work and he's asking questions. We get a little history about what happened. the parents were decapitated.
Right.
We find out the details of what he did to kill them. He snuck up, he went upstairs with an axe and he chopped their heads off.
Yep.
And we learned that he was executed in 1981 for his crimes. And then for 20 years, the place has been boarded up.
Yep.
But police do get calls for strange activity. An anonymous police officer didn't want to be on camera, tells of an experience where he got called there and went inside the house and there was saw a woman and she was floating and then her head fell off. And when he went outside, the other police were like, we've all seen it and we don't talk about it.
Funny stuff.
Right. And Frank's asking questions to the audience and just being a smart ass.
Yeah.
But he's a funny smart ass. And back to commercial. So this time around, we get the Gordon Petting Zoo. We get a commercial for Epsilon Airlines.
Yeah, best airlines in the world.
The Chicago Lightning Show. Is that what I wrote? Is that?
Yeah, it's a cop show. It's like another TV show.
It's a TV show.
It's
Chicago Lightning.
Dutch and Badger detectives looking for such and such. It looks very cheesy.
Yeah, Dutch and Badger. So now we finally meet the Burgers. So we're back to the broadcast, and the Burgers are there. It's an old couple, and they have their cat.
And you mentioned it. They are Ed and Lorraine.
Yeah, it's a complete knockoff of Ed and Lorraine Lauren. And but they have their cat Shadow with them, who is part of the team. It's not just a pet, because Shadow can sense things. And we get a little video about the history of the Burgers, and I put in my notes there was a part where they show there's like a clip of the cat wearing headphones.
Yeah.
Because it's listening to a recording. Oh, man. And then while this is happening, we cut back from the video and Frank is talking to him, and then he sees there's like a flash in the upstairs window of the
shadow
house.
walks by the window. And he freaks out.
Yeah, he's like, oh, we don't have anybody inside. That was legit. So, you don't know how much he's just playing it up for TV at this point. Let's see.
Back to commercial.
We're back to commercial. We get another political ad.
You get a Fate Talk.
Yeah, Fate Talk. The
hotline.
Right, the tarot card readings. There's a Greek festival. And another TV show, Armed to something.
Armed to Strike.
Armed to Strike.
Yeah, some action show.
Yeah. All right, so now we're back again to the broadcast. So now Frank is by himself out front with the Burgers. They've sent all the crowd home, so now we're getting down to business. They sent the party people away. They're going to go inside the house, so they walk in the front door, and Frank's kind of narrating it's very dusty, it's cluttered, and then they hear a noise upstairs. He asks Claire Berger what her first impression is, and she's like, someone is here.
Oh, yeah, she's very...
and it's not safe.
Oh, yeah, we're not safe here. We're not safe.
And then Shadow, the cat, gets loose and runs away upstairs.
That was great. Right up the steps.
Yeah. So they go chasing after, and we're introduced to Father Joseph Matheson, who is trained in exorcism.
Catholic priest.
Yeah. So he is there as well in case they end up needing to exorcise some demons out of this house. And we're back to commercial. We get a commercial for Mr. Chip's Computers Learning Center.
The Broadcast Institute for TV, where you can go to school to learn about being a TV producer or whatever. We have, another show, and it's King of Castle Lane, and it's the one where the uncle's drinking the vanilla extract because he's not alcoholic.
Oh, yeah.
That was a funny one.
That was a good one. So, all right, then we're back to the house. So the Burgers have got an EVP during the commercial break.
Yep.
So their EVP, for those not in the know, electric voice phenomenon, when you record your surroundings and it can pick up things that you didn't hear with your own ears.
Only your recording device can pick it up.
And they pick up an EVP where it says leave.
And it's one of those that, it could say anything.
Right. Yeah, if you've ever watched Ghost Adventures and seen the leaps that they make on what it'll go, and it'll be like, They said I died here or something. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But so they get that. Shadow is still missing.
Yeah.
So they decide their next move is to go down to the basement.
Yeah. And she's calling Mrs. Claire, the clairvoyant, is calling for an exorcism right away. She's
there's
ready
evil
for
in this house.
Yeah. And this guy, this priest just looks like a ding dong. He doesn't know what's going on.
That reminds me, before they go in the house, when Frank is introducing them, he asks her if anybody ever calls her Claire the clairvoyant, and she's like, no.
No. That was hilarious. And he just moves along.
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of deadpan humor, and
he
just
does
rolls.
so good.
Yeah.
He does so good as this. I mean, he could be Geraldo Rivera.
Yep. They go down to do they go down to the basement?
They want to go down to the basement.
But then there's a noise back from the direction they came from.
They get right to the door that goes to the basement.
Yeah.
There's a noise.
So they go running back from where they came, and they find that the recording equipment that they set up has just been smashed to shit.
The burgers, all their investigative equipment is destroyed.
They are freaking out and angry, and Frank's like, we're going to figure this out, and we're going to go to commercial and come right back.
So here we go, commercials.
So we get a commercial for Avalon Beach Rentals.
Yeah, so that makes me think we're somewhere on the coast.
Maybe.
But I guess it could be a lake, too.
And then we get the tampon tennis commercial for Stay Sure Tampon.
Great. Yeah, the girl playing
The girl's getting her ass beat at tennis, and her opponent, her friend, comes up. She's like, you're off your game today. And it's like, is it your tampon? And she's like, yes.
How did you know?
So dumb.
Stay Sure Tampon.
And then we get a commercial for the Quarry Rock Hour.
Yeah.
Of all your rock hits. So we cut back, and we get a thing from the producer, Veronica Stanzi, and she says that what happened was not staged. The burgers are still pissed about their equipment, but they've settled down.
Yeah, the show must go on.
Right, Frank has assured them that it'll get taken care of. And then it's time for the seance, so they're going to open up the phone lines.
Yeah, they gather around the table.
Right, and they're going to do... So you got Frank, the burgers, and the priest. And they're doing this seance, and they open the phone lines to ask questions. So you can ask the spirits anything you want. And the first caller comes through, and he says, Iron Maiden rules.
Yeah, what's it? White Snake sucks?
Iron Maiden rules, White Lion sucks.
Lion. Oh, and yeah, Frank's like, oh, come on.
Right.
We're taking serious callers here.
And then the second caller comes on, and she says, can you talk to my dead grandma and call her a bitch?
Yeah.
So while they're waiting for a serious caller, Father Matheson asks Claire about spirits in general, like why they would stay around or whatever.
Yeah.
And she talks about how the more dramatic their death, the more likely and the stronger that their presence is going to be.
Yeah, he asks them who it is and what do they want here.
Right.
And she, she's kind of holding her temples and act like she's really thinking, like the clairvoyants do.
Yeah.
And she says they want justice. Somebody was unjustly targeted here.
Right. And she says that she can't get a clear message, and she needs Shadow, the cat.
Yeah. Need to go find that cat.
And then we get an anonymous caller who calls in, so they didn't want to give their name. And when they get on the line, they're just like, blasphemy!
You're going to burn in the pits of hell!
And then we hear a cat howling, screeching noise. So something's going on with Shadow.
Oh, and they all freak out.
And we're back to commercial.
Feel the Steel.
Feel the Steel.
Album.
Yep. Okay.
I say an online album, but it's not online.
Right.
It is like order with a phone number to get this album.
Feel the Steel. Order. And then what's this next one?
Cloverland Shooting Range.
The shooting range commercial. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So when we get back, things have taken a gnarly turn here.
Yeah, they're all freaking out.
Shadow has been torn to pieces.
It's laying on the floor.
Right. Just shredded. The camera slowly pans to it, and Frank's like, no, don't show that.
Don't show it.
And of course they do. And this cat's just mangled and split open. So the burgers just take off. They've had enough and they leave.
Yeah, he asked Veronica to take over for a minute, too. Take over for a minute,
Yeah.
Veronica.
Right. Oh, yeah, and she apologizes
Yeah.
for the graphic footage that they
Yeah.
showed on the live
And
broadcast.
she's flustered, too, and says, while we take care of this, let's
Yes, they
go to...
right. We're gonna replay this basically, and they
Yeah.
replay the dentist ad.
Yeah, Stanley Allen and the candy buyback thing
Right.
he's running.
$1 per pound, and then we get more commercials. We get Joey's Pets, good standing.
Yeah, good standing bar and grill.
That's right. And then we get the Derby again.
We get Frumpy's premium wine cooler. That was a pretty funny one. Yeah, then the Derby.
So we're back to Frank, and this is not a stunt, he says, and we're thinking evil forces murdered the cat, and we get this kind of special report about Satanism in events that have increased in the area. We learned about last year that a dead dog was found on a church step.
Yeah. There's a county councilman, Ray Thompson. He thinks all the kids are vulnerable because of the music is making them satanic and all this stuff's going on. Movies and music is messing with them. And
Yeah. And then they talk about the animal shelter that sacrificed 9 cats to the Dark Lord.
19
cats to the Dark Lord.
in Dayton,
Ohio. Which, if you're I think most of our listeners these days are local, so that's a half an hour away. where the 19 cats were sacrificed to the Dark Lord. So we're back to Frank. So Frank is asking Father Matheson to do the exorcism. He wants to call the police. The whole time, like, he's really kind of standoffish about doing this exorcism, and he tells them, like, well, the church doesn't really sign off on these very much, and I've only studied it, I've never done one. But Frank is really pushing him and persuades him, begs him to do it, and he agrees. So he's going to do the exorcism. So we cut to commercial, and we get a commercial for the Burgers book called Abomination, the Devil in Akron. So I didn't pick this up before. Like, the Dayton, Ohio thing stuck out, but Akron is in Ohio also.
Right.
So maybe this is set in Ohio.
It could be up in Cleveland. That would explain beach houses.
There you go. Yeah,
Sandusky
on the lake. Yeah. So so we get that. Then we get a popcorn commercial.
York Ridge popcorn. They got the flirty girl with her voice, and she's like, "Oh, it's so wet and juicy and dry," or something like that. And she just has that
nice.
face.
We get Video World.
Yep.
The Shining Trapeze Strip Club.
Yeah, what was funny with that is, like, at the end of it, it's like, and a breakfast buffet with half-priced lap dances.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll follow that right up with a suicide prevention commercial.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, so we're back to the broadcast now, and we're in the basement, and this is where the bodies were discovered.
Right, the bodies of the Weber parents.
I cannot say Matheson.
It's hard to say.
It has hit me every time. Father Matheson. Blah, blah. The priest still doesn't want to do the exorcism, but Frank keeps pushing him, and he finally agrees.
Really pushes.
Yeah.
He's like pretty much calling him a dumbass if he don't do it.
So then they hear a noise upstairs, and they run up there, but the door is locked, and they can't get out of the basement. So Frank radios into Veronica, and she's going to send in another cameraman. So while this is happening, we cut to a quick commercial, and we see a horror host, Dr. Blood Wrench, which would Elvira is the classic, but locally here, if you watch MeTV, you can catch Sven Gooley every Saturday.
Yeah, we used to have the Cool Ghoul when I was a kid. He was
There you go.
19 WXIX guy.
Nice. So he's showing whatever movie he's going to be on for the weekend. And that's the only commercial here. Then we cut back and we see Veronica, and she is sending an intern. His name is Connor.
Yeah, and with a camera.
He's going into the house with a camera.
He has no host with him, so he's a handheld camera.
Full found footage now. He's going in there, and then we see a man with an axe comes in and chops him down.
Yeah. He drops the camera. When he does, it kind of turns and looks right into Connor's face, and you see blood trickling out.
Yep. So we're back to the basement now, and Frank is really on Priest to do this exorcism, and I didn't expect it. I didn't see it coming, but he finally breaks and he says, "I'm not a priest. I'm a fucking actor."
That was great.
I didn't see it coming, but
I didn't either.
It makes sense.
He was done with it, and Frank's going, "Shut up,
right,
you idiot!"
Right. I mean, they wouldn't realistically. A real priest, isn't going to do this.
Right.
So, but then the door opens upstairs.
Just
out of the basement.
Kind of swings open while they're arguing about blowing the cover.
All right. So then we see the camera falls. Is there something in between here that I missed?
No.
Okay. So the door opens and then the camera falls and we see some boots.
Yep.
Walking. And then we get a commercial break that just says technical difficulties.
Well, you kind of do see that guy charging in.
The guy with the axe.
Yeah, and he charges in, and I assume he hit the cameraman or Frank or both. But you see him charge. I mean, just a quick glance.
Yep.
And it's the same guy that hit the Connor kid.
Yep. So we get the technical difficulty, commercial break, and some static. And then we see Frank Stewart now is tied up.
Yeah.
And he's got his mouth taped shut. And it is the Harvest Fanatic group, turns out.
Yeah, it is. It's the lady that was in the commercial.
Right. And then we see this pile of bodies next to Frank. The Burgers, both of them are dead. The priest is dead. The intern Connor that got sent in. All these bodies are piled up. And Frank they pull the tape off his mouth, and he's trying to reason with him or whatever. And they cut his tongue out.
Yeah, that lady grabs his tongue, pulls it out.
Right, and they show it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for a $1,500 budget.
Yeah.
It looked pretty good. Looked like they cut his tongue out.
Blood pours out. Yeah, it did a good
job. And then we cut to static. So now we see, we cut to the evening news, and this is some days later. And we got Gavin and Deborah again.
Yeah, they're back.
Not in Halloween clothes. We learn that law enforcement is still looking for Frank and
Burgers
and all the guests. Yeah,
everybody. Is missing, hasn't been seen.
Right, everybody's missing. There's debate about whether or not this is a hoax. But we learned that it's been 5 days since Halloween, and there are no answers. So, and then it cuts to static, and that's the end of the movie.
That's it.
So So it turned out that maybe the house, I don't know if the house was haunted or not, but the Harvest Fanatic group, they went over the top with it, and we don't know if Frank died. Where I would say it's safe to assume that Frank died.
I would say they all died.
They killed everybody else, and they cut Frank's tongue out.
Yeah.
So,
and I do like how they. So at the end, when the fuzz happens, like the static and the fuzz, like soon as Frank gets hit by the axe, and it goes off, and then it comes back on. It's kind of like we're watching the killer's copy of that viewing, and then it's back to their home video of them with Frank and the others all dead in there. That's what I picked up off of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we are actually watching the killer's copy of the Halloween special.
I like it. Yeah. All right. Well, that is the WNUF Halloween special. What a bizarre movie.
Really bizarre.
All right. Well, without further ado, we will transition into our review and Never Not Howl ratings.
Now that we've seen what there is to see, how many Never Not horror howls will be given?
Well, since this was my pick, I will go first, as is tradition. So, the WNUF Halloween special. This is like I said a little bit ago, if you haven't seen this movie and you listen to us talk about it, this sounds ridiculous. Yeah. But it's way more effective when you're watching it. I mean, it's very, very much nostalgia driven. I don't know how well this movie would do to a young person,
right,
who didn't see 80s and early 90s TV like that.
Yeah.
So if you don't have that point of reference, I don't know how well this works. But I mean, again, we've talked about it before. I would put this in a found footage genre,
it's
and
gotta be.
I love that. So that gives it. It's found footage. It's Halloween related. It's very cheesy, but it all works. I mean, I've seen it referenced as a horror comedy,
Oh yeah.
and it is funny. I don't know that I would call it a horror comedy necessarily.
Yeah, there's some funny stuff that I definitely laughed at, and if you watch it a second time, you even pick up on more of the comedy, and it's good.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a unique movie. It's hard. It's a hard movie to review. I love the aesthetic of it. I love that the VHS grainy footage. Frank Stewart is awesome. He's definitely the best part of the movie. He's such a smart ass, but he's charming at the same time. And the joke, just the burgers being Warren knockoffs, is funny. And so there are a lot of things that I like about it, but there are definitely things I don't like. The commercials are fun for like the first 10 minutes. Yeah. And then after that, it's like, come on with the commercials. Like, it gets
old and stagnant.
It gets old. And even they get to the point where they're replaying commercials, which is relistic because you'd see the same commercials. Like, you get Phil's Carpet Warehouse a couple times. And so, yeah, it's a tough one, man. Like, I've really battled with myself on how to rate this and I will say that, so I had seen this movie once before, and then I've watched it at least partially 2 or 3 times in prep for this podcast, because I watch a lot of my research viewing happens at night, and I'll fall asleep, which is never a knock on the movie. I just fall asleep. Right. But so I will say that I feel like the more I watch it, the more like the things I don't like push even harder, like the commercial stuff.
Oh,
so
I get it.
So with that in mind, like this movie is fun, but it's definitely not something that I would want to watch all the time, because it has its place and its charm, but that really only works. Like, I could see this being a Halloween watch every year. I could get on board with that.
Yeah,
but like,
absolutely.
Like April, I'm not watching the WNUF Halloween special.
No, it don't work.
It's just not. It needs the Halloween atmosphere.
The first time you ever see it. Maybe it could be any time, but any review is rewatch is not going to be anywhere but October.
This movie really slipped on the future, like the additional viewings that I did. Like, from what I remembered from the first time I watched it, and then watching it again, it was like, like. I enjoy it. I like it. There are parts I really like, but there's a lot that I'm just kind of like, this is kind of a slog. The commercials thing just wears out its welcome, and they just don't let up.
Right.
So, with all that said, I am going to give the WNUF Halloween special 2.5 stars.
All right.
Just my love of Halloween and just the whole aesthetic and the campiness of it gives it those 2.5, because otherwise if you're not really into Halloween, I don't think you're gonna like this movie. Like, I think this is for a very particular audience, and it's not gonna work for everybody. So I give it a 2.5, and like you gave Night Flyer 2.5, and I gave that a 3. Night Flyer is a much better movie than this, I think, but I enjoy it for what it is. So I would cautiously recommend this movie, but it depends on the person.
Right.
Like, if you're like me, then you probably enjoy watching it, but the average horror fan is probably not going to like this that much. Yeah. But that's just me. So for me, it's a 2.5, and which makes it my lowest rated movie we've done so far.
Yeah.
And I did not expect that when we settled on this, and I was like, well, let's do WNUF. And then I was surprised to find out. I was like, I don't like this as much as I remembered.
Yeah. Well, with me, I like the movie. I love how it looks like it's shot with an old VHS camcorder, and it might have been.
Yeah.
And it is in letterbox. It's not your standard widescreen TV. So when you're watching it, it really makes you feel like you are watching a 80s or 90s TV show that's been recorded on VHS.
And if you use your own old camcorder, that doesn't hit your budget.
Exactly.
Right. I think they spent the whole $1,500 on cutting dude's tongue out.
Yeah. it definitely feels like a broadcast from the 1980s, the late 80s. Yeah. I mean, they do a good job. The two actors that play the anchors for the news, but the best I really think is Paul Fahrenkoff playing.
Yeah,
Frank Stewart is awesome. He carries the movie. I think without him, this goes nowhere. It falls flat.
This movie would suck without him.
Very, very much so. So kudos to him and to the guys that casted him. It makes me really want to watch the sequel. I looked for like an hour trying to find a place to watch it. It's not on YouTube. It's not on any streaming services. So I think I'm going to have to go down to my local Walmart and buy the Blu-ray edition of it, if I can even find it there. But it's so nostalgic to me. Mm-hmm. It brings back memories of just watching Halloween specials, and that was super, super nostalgic to me. I absolutely loved it. The commercials did get a little long, but I think they did that on purpose to make you think you're watching, make you get to feel like you're watching a real, a broadcast, a recorded broadcast.
It does create that anticipation of like, I can't wait till it comes back.
Yeah. And I think this movie would probably be really, really fun if you're having a Halloween party. Just put it on, hit play, and as people come in, they might be like, "What the hell are you watching? Is this real? Is this not real?" You know, that could be fun with it. It's not one like you. I'm not going to watch this in April. I'm not going to watch this in December. I could possibly watch this every spooky season. I can feel myself getting that nostalgic feel, wanting to watch it. So,
and it's not that long.
Yeah, it's pretty short. But with everything I've talked about here, and I love I don't think it's super original, but it does have the way they filmed it is very original. Yeah. You don't see this every day, and I really appreciate that. And I thought on this, and what rating do I give it? How many hows do I give it? And I'm gonna go 3 out of 5 hows, just slightly above the Night Flyer. So you and I are flipped on that.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I think I will watch this before I watch the Night Flyer, which I probably won't watch Night Flyer next Halloween. Odds are, but I will watch this.
But the Night Flyer works any time of the year.
It does. Yeah. And definitely, you could tell the budget was a lot larger with the Night Flyer.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, yeah. So, all right, we're flipped then from last week. 2.5 and 3. Like you said last week with Night Flyer, 2.5 is still...
Yeah, that's average.
That's a movie that I would recommend to certain people.
We give 5 hows, and half of 5 is 2.5, so it'd be average.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's right smack in the middle. Yeah. So, yeah, and I think some people, depending on your what's the word I'm looking for, just your leaning towards movies, this might really hit the spot for you. So, yeah, I mean, I can definitely see the appeal to it.
Yeah,
it's just it's hit or miss. This is a movie that it's going to be divisive for sure.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
but if you want a little taste of what it was like back then, you might like this.
Yeah.
See what your mom and dad used to watch.
I'd still stand by, like, my kids would not like this movie, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think any
I think you have to have that 80s, 90s, early 90s, more 80s really, I think. Just that nostalgia for TV back then.
I don't even think Tyler would like, my oldest son Tyler, he's 31. I don't even think he would appreciate this.
Yeah. I think it's very much a time and place thing that you need that experience for this to hit. So a niche market, but yeah. So if you think that you fall in that territory, definitely check it out.
Yeah,
for sure. And
I would definitely say watch this one time. Yeah. You may never watch it again. Right. That's all right, but you're going to have fun with it.
I will say this. If you do watch it, you're going to remember this movie for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Whether it's good or bad, you're going to remember. So, all right. Well, that will do it for our review of the WNUF Halloween special. So next week will be quick cuts. And, I think... initially, we started with, we would not talk about what we're doing coming up, what the next movies will be. and then I would tease it online. But
Yeah.
sometimes I forget to tease it online, so I think it's okay to just say what our next stuff is going to be. That way, if I forget to tease it or whatever, it'll be out there.
Good.
So next week, Quick Cuts will be a different Quick Cuts because every single Quick Cuts episode so far has been a ranking of some sort. So this is going to be different because I didn't initially mean for that to happen. Like, that's just one thing we could do on Quick Cuts. So for Halloween month continued, our next episode on Quick Cuts will be Halloween memories. So it's just going to be just me and Rich bullshitting about our Halloween memories. And it could be anything like the movies that we associate to Halloween, the books, the costumes growing up, the Halloween part, anything Halloween. Like, what's Halloween to you? So should be a fun conversation. And then after that, it will be Rich's turn to pick a movie. Do you want to say what your movie is? Or do you want to wait? We can wait till next time.
Yeah, we'll wait
till Quick Cuts. No need to get too far in front of the horse, you know. All right. Well, in the meantime, if you enjoy the show, please tell your friends. If you know somebody that likes horror, let them know about Never Not Horror. Like, rate, review, do what you do. Support the show any way you can. We're slowly growing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting downloads, spreading the word. I was in a training out of town for work last week, and I was spreading the word there. So tell people about it. The more people that know that are into horror and check it out, the better.
Yeah.
If you want to support us outside of the show, go to youtube.com and search for Rich Hansel, and you'll find his channel and all the spooky season unboxing videos you can handle right now. I love the studio right now. I love the other stuff too because I'm a big wrestling fan, so I don't mind that either. But the spooky season aesthetic in here is fantastic. If you want to check out my books, go to steveclarkbooks.com and you'll get links to everything there, including Richie's channel, links to the podcast. You can buy signed paperback copies of my books on the website store, or you can get links to Amazon. They're also on Barnes & Noble. So all the good stuff. And so yeah, 5 episodes in Halloween season October. And this is just getting us started. So we'll come back next week for Quick Cuts. And always remember that whatever it is, it's never not horror.
Oh, yeah.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.